Second Nature has got to be the most specific commission I've ever worked on. You know, we knew that it had to be a small scale, short piece that was going to be premiered in the Lincoln Park Zoo, and that the libretto should have kids in mind. The inspiration for the piece, on a deeper level, comes from my own awareness that we're messing up the planet, and this sense that nature has been the thing that doesn't change for writers for all of human history. It's like nature. Think about Peter Grimes, the ocean. It's the untouchable superhuman force. It's only in the past 20 years or so that we've realized, like, actually we might have changed nature. We might have wounded it beyond healing. And what does that do to the human imagination? What does that do to our myths? What does it do to the stories we tell ourselves? So Second Nature is kind of a reverse Garden of Eden story, because the kids are born into this enclosed space that they're told is sacred, and they're told it's the way things have to be. But then the monkey who lives next door, who is like a good serpent, gives them fruit that he's been growing illegally and says, see, they taste it and they realize that there's something out there that's worth saving. So in this garden, the world outside is where salvation lies, and the garden is the place where things are messed up. There's only one animal in the 5-person cast, and this animal is a bonobo, a large primate. And the bonobo kind of, I don't know, talks like W.H. Auden or something. The bonobo is probably more sophisticated than anybody else. But you certainly feel a kind of musical freedom to be wild when you're writing for non-human voices, yeah. I'd been listening to a lot of the smaller scale Stravinsky. The finale of Second Nature is quite lush, but before that it's very angular and very text focused. And Stravinsky's Renard is it's an opera about a fox, and the characters are animals, and there is this kind of angularity to it. And then there's the cunning little vixen, the great Janacek opera. Other than that, nope, nothing in particular. Look, I'm not naive when it comes to the impact of fairy tales on how we actually behave. It's more about, it tells us about our flaws, but it doesn't necessarily change them. I'm a big fan of, if you actually want to effect change for a particular issue, like write to your senator, do a bunch of other things apart from write an opera. But of course I hope it deepens people's awareness, and I especially hope that it introduces people to the art form in a way that feels fresh and